I am making this video to explain to you exactly how the Make Your Vote campaign is going to work around the whole country. It's very, very exciting. I don't know of any other campaign that is endeavoring to be in every single electorate all over the country, teaching everyone and anyone how to make their vote count. Now, we have been holding several Zoom meetings, statewide Zoom meetings, and also countrywide Zoom meetings, but many of you have been unable to attend those meetings. So I am going to perform for you how I would perform for a Zoom call so that you can watch it and not miss out on exactly what's happening. So first I'm going to explain the structure, the communication structure of how this is going to work around the country. Then I'm going to talk to you about the strategy, and I'm going to then explain, and then I'm going to ask you what your involvement could be for this election, for this campaign. So firstly, I'll go through the structure. So basically there are about 3 or 4 people at the very top level, including myself, who are coming up with the resources and trickling them through the communication structure. So you have 3 or 4 people at the top. Then you have state coordinators. So we hope to have 3 and up to 5 state coordinators for each state, depending on how many electorates there are. Underneath the state coordinators, you have team leaders, and the idea is to have 1 team leader for every electorate. Now this campaign, by the way, is already well and truly in place, and we have a lot of team leaders already for many electorates, but of course there can be more than 1 team leader for the electorate. Now underneath that is what I call the foot soldiers, so the people who are willing to do letterbox drops, man polling booths in the pre-poll and also on election day. So that is the structure. So there's me and a few other people at the top who instruct the state coordinators, we have weekly meetings with the state coordinators. The state coordinators will liaise with the team leaders, and the team leaders will liaise with the foot soldiers. So there is a position for everyone. And of course, team leaders and state coordinators will also get involved with letterbox dropping and manning booths and things like that. But team leaders and state coordinators have more of a managerial, organizational role. And so it would be great if you have some basic skills in, of course, admin, Excel spreadsheets, and also are happy to pick up the phone to call, team leaders and foot soldiers. So that is the structure. So depending on your skills and your time availability, decide which role you think suits you. Now you can also always try being a team leader, and if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, we can, try to upgrade one of the foot soldiers to take your place. Or you might want to be a state coordinator, which will take a few more hours than a team leader, but it is such an important role. And instead of getting on the ground and doing letterbox drops, it might suit you better to be behind the computer organizing people and making phone calls. Now, team leaders are also quite, we are encouraging team leaders to reach out to the candidates in their area to find more out about them, to see if they have marketing material that we could letterbox drop for them. But really, the strategy of this is all based around the survey that RDA has, which I will put a link in the description of this video. So we are encouraging candidates to fill in this survey so we know more about them. There are yes and no answers, and there are also long form questions and answers as well. So by the end of this survey, we are really going to get to know these candidates and know if they are someone that we want to support on the ground. Now, if you are a candidate, it is definitely worth your time to fill in this survey, because we already have over 1,000 volunteers Australia-wide. And of course, the RDA website had 1.8 million unique views last year alone. So it is in the candidate's best interest to work with us so that we can help them. So I don't think we'll have any problem in getting the candidates to fill it in. So the strategy is, once we have the candidates fill in the survey, we are then going to display that information on the RDA website. It isn't ready yet because the survey only got finished a couple of days ago, but once we have enough submissions back, people will be able to go to that website and look for their electorate, and then they will see who has filled in the survey, and they will be able to view their answers and also a promotional video as well. So we're really here to let the public know more about their candidates. And the survey is open to any candidate from any party, but of course I can imagine that some parties won't fill it in, of course. Now, other than that, we also have an education program starting on the 4th of April, which many of you will get an invite to very soon. In fact, tomorrow we're sending out those invites. And after that 5-day, 1 hour a day education program, you're all going to understand exactly how to vote, how preferencing works and things like that. So that when you go out into public to do in-person canvassing and also at the polling booths, you will actually have the answers to the questions that they might have. It's all good and well to understand how you're going to vote, but what's more important is that you can relay that information to other people. So in the education program, we're going to talk about all that, and we're also going to have extra education to talk about how to do in-person canvassing, how to approach people, how to answer questions, how to hold yourself, how to communicate things in the most effective way. So we're going to go through all of that. And of course, we're going to have flyers for letterboxing, and we're going to have placards that you can hold on bridges or on the side of streets. We're going to have all of that. We're going to have bumper car stickers, and all of the branding is really simple. It's make your vote count. So it's not necessarily branded in any way at all. And it also is non-partisan. So we're not helping a specific party. In fact, we would love to help independents even more than parties if we could, because they need the help more than the parties do. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things that you can get involved with. No matter what your skills or characteristics are, there is something in this for everyone. Now, how to get involved is you sign the form that I put in the description of this video, and you allocate which role you think best suits you, and we will start communicating to you on that level. We will introduce you to your state coordinators, who will be the ones who will contact you if you're a team leader, and your team leaders will contact you if you're a foot soldier. Now remember, this isn't all dreary, letterbox dropping, boring stuff. We're going to have fun doing this as well. Of course, groups will be formed, communities will be made, friendships will be made, you know, maybe more than that. You're going to meet like-minded people with passion, and that can't be replaced by anything. So these groups will live on past the federal election, and they will also be ready for the state elections as well. So don't think of this as a chore. Think of this as an opportunity to meet people and do something purposeful. I'm telling you now, when you go to sleep at night and you have done something that you think is important, you feel good about yourself. So getting involved in the federal election and trying to help us make political history and change this country for the better is going to make you feel better, I promise you, even if it's hard work sometimes. So look, get on board and see how you go. This is going to be revolutionary, and we are going to reach thousands and thousands and thousands of our fellow Australians and teach them how to make their vote count. So I'm really, really excited about this. So I hope you get involved in the education program. I hope you get involved in volunteering. And if you wanted to sit on the sidelines and see how this all goes, then you can do that as well, because soon you'll start seeing photos and videos and all this sort of stuff, and you're going to want to get involved. That's my plan anyway. So that's how it works, guys. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. But of course, there's a lot of back-end work for RDA and for my team, but we're happy to do it. If you're a team leader or a state coordinator, you'll sign a non-disclosure agreement so that we can make sure everyone's data is protected, because that is very important. And like I said, we hope that these community groups become more than just an election campaign. They become more than just letterbox dropping. We hope that people make great relationships and have fun while they're doing it. So what have you got to lose, guys? Meet like-minded people, live a purposeful life, do something that you think might change history. Sounds like you should get involved, right? I will see you guys on the ground and celebrate a massive win when we get tons of good people into Parliament, people that deserve to be there. Over the last 2 years, we have all experienced so much anxiety, the unknown, and it's not fair. We shouldn't have to do this. But we're probably in this position because we didn't care enough about politics until now. But that has all changed, because now we care and we're going to get involved. So they better watch out. We're going to rattle some boots during this time, that's for sure. We're going to make a few people a bit weary, because we're actually super organized, and we really are going to do a great job, but we need your help. So that explains everything, guys. Sign up, get involved. I'll see you on a Zoom call at some point about this, I'm sure. See ya.